I just can't with you all. We're just gonna jump right into the show. Alphabet. So you all know about like the alphabet. So A, B, C, D, and Z is the last letter of the alphabet. I'm just gonna say that. So I want to tell you, I have broken the end of the world code. Okay, so people for years have been talking about they know when the end of the world is going to happen, and different people predict different times. Well, so Generation Y, we know when that is. Generation X, or Generation X, Generation Y, and the current generation we're on right now, I think, is Z, which means this is now the end of the world.
And now, a whole new way to watch radio. The Dennis George Show. Here's your host, Dennis George.
I'm just saying, we're going to get into this, but first, let's find out who's here. Mitch is here. How are you, Mitch?
I'm okay.
Yay!
I'm doing good.
Yay, we'll get back to that.
Run.
What up?
That's Sam. Sam's here.
Yeah, of course it is.
Yay. And the birthday girl.
Hey!
Debbie's here. Do we get to hear you?
I said, what's up, everybody? Talked right
We'll
over
apologize to Debbie.
me. It's fine. You talked right over me. I'm used to it. It's good. Move on.
Truth.
Right. And Denny G is here. Denny G, how are you?
I am doing wonderful. Thank you for asking.
Yay. So
How about you?
I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. So traditionalists or silent generation, those folks are born 1945 or before. That's the silent. Yeah, I don't know if that's part of the silent films. Maybe I don't know. That's the silent generation.
No,
45.
kids are supposed to remain silent. That's what it's.
Yeah, where kids are supposed to be
Oh.
seen and not
That's
heard.
the Y? That's the
Okay.
Y generation?
No, that's called traditionalists or the
Yeah.
silent generation.
Right. You
Okay.
get slapped if you're smart.
Right. Then the next one is the baby boomers, which is 1946 to 1964.
We need more of those to fall off.
I'm a boomer.
We'll go ahead and apologize to baby boomers.
I'm a boomer, and here's the thing. I don't want to be a boomer. I would prefer to be moved into the Generation X, which is 1965
Are you on a cusp?
to 1976.
So that means you get to pick. So you're a Gen Xer then.
Okay, so I'm a Gen Xer. And then millennials or Generation Y is 1965 to
No.
1976. 65 to 76.
I'm sorry. Who did you say that was?
That's Generation X.
Okay.
And then millennials.
To 65?
65 to 76. Yep.
65 to 76 is Generation X. Millennials or Generation Y is 77 to 1995. And then Generation Z or the I generation, or also known as Centennials, is 1946
No.
to,
Say that again.
I'm sorry, 1996.
Thank you.
96. To Sam's having
I'm having a heart attack over here.
Math is hard.
traditionalist 1945 before. Baby boomers.
Reading numbers is hard, apparently.
Boomers are 46 to 64. Generation X is 65 to 76. Generation Y is 77 to 95. And Gen Z is 96 to be determined. Now,
2009.
there's a correction here. Yeah, Denny G's got a correction. But before we get to the correction, I want to just stick on the Generation Z. They now know that Generation Z is the last one. It's the last letter of the alphabet. So that's it. We're over. We're done. No more generations.
Oh.
Wrong.
Wrong.
It is wrong because Denny G did the research, which is unfortunate because my philosophy worked until I got an email from Denny G the other day that said, wrong, there's the alpha generation. So apparently we're restarting because now we're on the alpha generation, which is 2010, which makes no
beyond.
sense, and beyond.
I actually
Oh,
think
wait. Mitch, go ahead.
I think soon they're actually going to end that generation and start a new one, the quarantine generation.
The Corona generation.
And also they're called
The
Generation
Rona.
Z because they're zombies because they're all just glued to their phone.
The
all
Rona.
right?
No, we already have a Z. That's the thing.
I know, and they're called Z because they're zombies.
Right. So the Rona generation.
So my question or my point about this is, I don't know that we started naming generations until we started with X.
Yeah.
So you can't say that we
True.
used all the letters of the alphabet because we technically haven't, because we didn't start naming generations.
Well, then, okay. Then,
Right.
to your point, then, if that's the case, then we need to call the current generation the Nimrods. Like, we need to do names that are more descriptive to the current
We're
generation.
gonna apologize to. How did you call us? The Nimrods.
These are people.
They need to call
Can
them
you
the
spell
space-
this for me?
I'm at a concert. I'm at a dinner. And my phone is. They're just.
That's why I call them zombies.
Right. Well, but see, when you say zombie, it conjures up images for me of people attacking the house.
Scary.
Scary.
That's right, scary. So, zombie
Scary
to me
movie.
doesn't mean someone who's like buried in their phone.
Do you not think that this generation is scary right now?
They're
It
dead on
could,
the
it
inside.
could be.
Yeah, but
It
I'm
could
not.
be the zombie
That's
generation.
true, but I don't look at scary that way. So I get what you're saying.
I don't
just
really
read
consider
BuzzFeed
myself
for
a-
while.
Yeah.
What, Denny?
Right.
Just read BuzzFeed for a while about some of the younger generation posts
Ugh.
and things. Man,
Yeah.
that's scary.
But I mean,
Things people do. Yeah.
also with zombies, Dennis is dead on the inside. And that's Generation Z to a T.
I don't really recognize myself as a generation Wire
Why?
either, though. Yeah.
You're a millennial. Well, that's the thing. Is you get two titles.
I don't consider myself a millennial either.
Yeah.
From what I remember, Gen Xers, I was a cusp of Gen Xers, and now they've changed that. So I don't know how we keep changing the dates.
Hey,
like,
would it be
what
rude for me
year?
to say, would it be rude for me to say I wish you were from the silent generation? That's probably rude to say like that, right?
Oh.
I also think that you're in the baby boomer section. Apologize, Denny G. And I think you should be done for already. So
See? So we're good. We're good. So
we're fine.
We're fine.
We're fair.
So if you had to pick your generation, Sam, what would you pick for yourself?
I'm a Gen Xer. I don't have to be buried in a TV or a phone or an iPad or anything like that. I would actually prefer conversation.
Yeah. Debbie, do you
I
have a
think
generation-
that was like the switching point.
birthday girl? Do you have a generation that you identify with?
Oh,
Are you-
I'm an Xer.
You're an Xer.
I'm an Xer.
I agree.
yeah.
Born and bred, and that's the way it is.
I didn't know you were bred, Debbie.
It was a very special.
Happy birthday!
It was a very specialized program to make me, and they
Is
only
that an
paid for it.
animal? Is that an animal behind you, Debbie? Let's see. Let's have a little tour of your birthday stuff. What is
Changes
that?
the conversation.
We have some happy birthday balloons.
Nice.
And one of the other balloons is a llama.
Ooh, a llama.
Now, why a llama?
I have no idea. Ask Dennis. He's the one that got it for me.
No, Mitch.
No.
Sam.
Oh, Mitch got him for me. Okay, why
Yeah.
llama?
I went to the
like a
store and I was like, I want the gaudiest balloon you've got. So the llama. And I needed one that said happy birthday. All right. If I could, the gaudy one would have said happy birthday. It would
Yes,
have
the
only
llama.
been one.
Would have been
all
done.
right?
Yes,
Would have
the
been
llama.
A lot of
So
people
clearly,
llamas
me
as
and Mitch
pets.
were together. So clearly, me and Mitch were together whenever we did this, and I clearly wanted something that said "Happy Birthday." So that, and I wanted it big and bold. So mine was the one that said "Happy Birthday," and Mitch didn't care whether it said "Happy Birthday" or not, and he just saw a big llama, and he was like, "The llama!"
I almost got her one that said get well soon.
It's true. It's true.
I would expect nothing less, so I'd have been acceptance of it. Let's be honest.
Right. Kiss the llama, Debbie.
You know, I knew a
I am
bartender.
not a show pony, Dennis. I am not a show pony.
I knew a bartender who was getting married and had an affinity for llamas and was going to do it at some kind of llama farm.
So I
Oh.
have
Wanted it as part of her wedding.
So
Yeah.
my mother's best friend growing up, she's been a very close friend of all of ours. Her daughter actually
Can we know her first name?
Barbara. Her name is Barbara.
Barbara. Okay.
So Barbara's daughter, Sarah. I don't know if Sarah's going to care whether or not I say this, but she actually had a llama at her wedding.
There you
And I
go.
think it was
Oh.
it might have been two, but yeah, she had a llama at her wedding as well. Apparently at the time, and this has been a few years ago, it was a huge thing to have llamas at your wedding.
Good luck.
I don't know. I honestly
It's
don't.
gotta be, right?
I don't know.
Free tablecloth?
Either that or llama rides.
Oh, llama rides at your wedding?
Yeah.
Wow.
Is that like in lieu of the dollar dance?
I don't know. I'm making stuff up.
The dollar dance is a very regional thing. So yeah, that's not everybody's going to understand the dollar dance reference.
I'm a little nervous that if I were to go to a wedding and there was farm animals, I think I would be a little too concerned.
Why concern?
Why?
Because he's been reading too much about Yuri.
That's true. Yeah.
He wouldn't know what to do,
Right.
whether to just look at him or breed him.
He wouldn't know whether to ride the llama or ride the llama.
Oh, you all.
You started it. That's all I got to say. You started
And Debbie's not hitting the buzzer, so it's fine.
We're good to go. What? No, we celebrated Debbie's birthday a little bit earlier. We went to a nice brunch, and I'm just going to do a little confession here. I haven't really been out of the house much. I'm just saying, like over the last year, I really haven't been out much. Like I can almost count on two.
We're actually very worried to have him out in public.
It's scary.
Yeah, but it was a good.
He gets a little wild.
I was not too wild, but it was a little. There was a lot going on. There's people. There was a lot of people there. Like there was a lot of stuff happening.
Was it too many people for you?
No, but it was different. It was and oh my
It was
God.
pretty spaced out.
Oh my God, you guys. They brought the food to the table. Like I ordered something and they went and got it. Like I didn't have to cook.
Did you have to pay or could you dine and dash?
No, I paid. I was respectful, so
Oh, dang it.
Dennis, here's the thing why we get worried taking you out. All right.
Yeah.
Is that A, you don't really have an indoor voice. B, the idea of indoor conversation is also kind of lost on you as well.
was I loud today at all?
Are you
Well,
kidding me?
Duh.
Everybody could hear us.
But also the
Okay,
fact that you
so
start
us. I'm
talking
glad you
about,
said us.
Well, you are a part of us.
All right.
you start talking about toys at the table when the waitress is there pouring coffee.
She was in our conversation. That doesn't count.
No. You pulled her into the conversation. You waited till she arrived and
Yeah.
then tried to get her pulled in.
I don't know.
Yeah, take a drink.
I don't know about that.
That had to happen before I got there because I would have totally chastised you for that.
Poor
No, you were
Debbie,
there.
every time she turned around and came back over to our table, we were into another sexual conversation.
There
The look on
were
her
two
face.
tables. There were two
Right.
tables. I was splitting my time between the tables.
It's true.
And every time I turned back around to the table where these people were, it was constantly I
These
was like,
people.
I do
We're gonna
not
apologize
know
to
what I
these
have walked
people.
into.
But Debbie, the big question is for brunch, did you have a good time?
Oh, I had a fantastic time. Thank you guys so much. It was
Of course.
Absolutely.
wonderful.
Good. Well, you deserve it.
I think we should always get trash before all
Absolutely.
together.
Done.
You reminded me, I will say this to our listeners too. And truly, this is something I never really tried much before Debbie. So if you're a listener, you should really try this. But I had a
I'm
sangria,
worried.
a blackberry sangria. And
Oh,
it was
yeah.
so good.
Oh yeah.
So good. So good. Debbie's
Not
like,
where I
here,
thought
try
that was
this.
going.
Debbie, like, here, try this. And I tried it. I'm like, this, I'll take one of those. Like, it was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we went
It's
to
the perfect amount of sweetness.
Yeah.
It's like a good after you have a good salty dinner, like a burger and fries.
Yeah.
It just gives it some good sweetness.
I had a pork chop.
Pork chop.
Pork chop. It was very good.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was amazing. That for any of our listeners who are in, I don't think it's outside of the United States, but who are in the United States, if you have a Bonefish Grill in your area,
Yeah.
they have their blackberry sangria is phenomenal. It is so good. So I highly, highly recommend it.
Yeah,
Smoky
Denny,
old fashioned too.
Old fashioned.
Mhm.
Denny G was
Oh,
saying.
Smoky
yeah.
old fashioned.
Smoky old fashioned.
Yeah, and Denny G, you were saying that they make really good tuna there as well.
Yeah, it's really good tuna. Yeah.
Yeah, they're being in the Midwest in St. Louis, we don't have any large bodies of water, and
We're landlocked.
we are landlocked. I'm from the East Coast, so I was very used to having fresh seafood quite often. And then when I moved to the Midwest, we're landlocked.
Yeah.
We don't you don't get the fresh seafood, but I can tell you that I have always felt comfortable and been very satisfied with the seafood that I've gotten at Bonefish Grill. So
And they fly it in.
yes,
Yeah,
it's good. So I had like, if you just go have the blackberry sangria, have an appetizer of bang bang shrimp and have the blackberry sangria.
So
you'll be happy.
good.
Trust me.
It was
As long as you're not allergic.
Yes. We've got a great show for you. Top 10 list. We're going to do a quiz. Cooked or uncooked is our quiz that we're going to do as a top 10
I like
list,
that.
which is kind of cool. And then weird people,
Uncooked.
if you've ever thought about collecting comic books or playing the lottery, stick around. And Debbie, happy birthday. We'll be right back after this.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Debbie.
The Dennis George Show continues after this.
Our fellow Americans.
Right now, the COVID-19 vaccines are available to millions of Americans.
And soon, they will be available to everyone.
The science is clear. These vaccines will protect you and those you love from this dangerous and deadly disease.
They could save your life.
So we urge you to get vaccinated when it's available to you.
That's the first step to ending the pandemic and moving our country forward. It's up to you.
The views expressed on Dennis George Show
Are not our own or anyone else's.
Listen at your own risk, and we cannot be held responsible for your ears burning, bleeding, or ringing, or the blurred eyesight.
some things you will not be able to unhear or unsee, and for that,
You are warned.
Do not try anything we suggest or talk about at home, work, or in your car.
A reminder, there are no rules, and our show is intended for a mature audience only.
or at a minimum,
Those over your state's or country's legal age of consent.
Any experiments
Jobs, skills, or sexual positions suggested
and or recommended
are for comedy purposes only and should not be tried without supervision.
or a spotter.
safety word or phrase,
Is recommended in advance of trying anything
Any
new.
medical advice
or comments that seem like medical advice,
should be reviewed with your own doctor.
or at least.
Check it on Google like we did.
Thank you, and good luck.
And now, back to the Dennis George Show.
So I think the big question for the group is, when you were younger, I guess you could do this when you're older too, but did you collect anything? When I was younger, well, I wouldn't say younger, when I was in my early adult, I collected shot glasses. So wherever I went, I would always buy a shot glass. Now, I will tell you that I have now hundreds of shot glasses, and they are a bitch to dust. I'm just throwing that out there. Like, if you get a shot glass,
Don't you also have a quantity required?
For me, I was always like, you need to get 4 of everything. So because my thought was, if you're gonna have shots with people, so
You shouldn't take a shot alone.
I gave that up after a while. So I have a lot of shot glasses where I have 4. Debbie, go.
So my question for you is, why did you feel the need to have the same shot glass for everybody?
Well, I was just thinking it was a party.
He's a
Like, okay,
classy girl.
Yeah, well, we're all gonna do a shot glass from the Bahamas at Hard Rock. You know what, Debbie?
So my question still remains, why did you feel the need to have it be the same shot glass? If you're going to get a shot glass, why wouldn't it be more fun for everybody to have their own sort of personal shot glass?
Ooh, I want Hawaii.
Here's what the shot glass
Right.
collection. Here's what the shot glass collection really led to, though. Now you have all these shot glasses. What do you do with them? So now I had to build shelves to hold the shot glasses. So now where am I going to put the shelves? So then I have to build a bar. So I had a bar built, and the back bar I
And
had
you gotta dust it.
glass shelves built, and of course they can't.
Then you gotta
they,
dust those.
They got to be lit up. So we got to add lighting. So I have lighting
Dust
on the
those.
shelves. And so I have shelves with the shot glasses on the shelves lit up behind the back bar that I never use.
He's so high maintenance, for God's sake.
You're just
I
figuring
like
this
your
out
idea,
now, Debbie.
Debbie.
No, not really.
No.
It's
No,
just-
I like your idea. A different shot glass for everybody, so you know you're not drinking out of somebody
Let's
else's.
just do the shots.
I
I just want a shot.
And after the
So
first
high.
shot, you don't care what glass you have.
Right.
No,
and
that's
and
true.
Dennis, I also collect sort of not as not as much as you do, but I do get shot glasses in different places that I visit, but I never buy more than one from each location.
Yeah.
So then, I pull one out and I'm like, hey, this is my Major League Baseball St. Louis Cardinals one, and hey, this is my, Myrtle
Here's-
Beach one, and this
here's
is
the-
my blah.
Here's the problem with collecting stuff related to trips you take. Your friends will see that and not necessarily fully inquire. And so as a result, people started giving me shot glasses. And I'm like, that wasn't the point of the collection. The point of the collection was places I have been. Suddenly, I started getting shot glasses for birthdays
Yeah.
and Christmases that were just
Sure.
random shot glasses, and I'm
They
like,
see you like them.
right, that's not what
You
the
gotta
title-
have 4 of each. Of course, you like all of them.
So, Dennis, here's my question to you: have you found the shot glass that I just dropped off in the collection?
No, I don't know. I guess I gotta go look now.
Hey, Dennis, didn't you collect watches too?
Here's the thing. Not only do I collect watches, but you see, I never wear a watch. It made no sense. So yes, I have a collection of watches as well.
Expensive watches.
Very expensive watches. I need to just sell those damn things. I'm just saying.
Mhm.
Let's talk about someone else. Does anyone else collect anything, or am I the only one? Debbie does shot glasses. What else? Anything?
I also, when I was young, I used to collect the strawberry shortcake dolls.
Oh.
And I have all of them. I still have all of them. They are.
Where do you
still
keep
on-
her locked up?
They're at my mother's house. They're
Oh.
not here. They're still at my mother's house. So
Yeah, so you don't have to build special cages or anything.
I can't. I can't. With you. I can't. I'm not gonna dignify that.
Fine. Sam, do you
Should we
collect anything?
apologize to child prisoners? I don't
Apologize
know.
to strawberry shortcake.
Right. Sam, do you
Strawberry
collect
shortcake.
anything?
I actually collect an antique called Nippon, and it's hand painted antiques from Japan.
That
Japan.
sounds like an expensive hobby or collector.
Well, it can be if you get a very elaborate stuff, which I like the
Yeah.
more detailed stuff. So the more detailed, the more expensive. But it's hand painted. It's also made with actual gold. The paint actually has gold in it.
Yeah.
It's pretty noticeable whenever you look at antiques because you can see it's hand painted with the gold, and on the gold it has little bumps.
Yeah. Nice.
Indicate.
That's
Yeah.
kind of cool. Denny G, have you collected anything? Do you do anything?
I used to collect stamps for a while, but that stamp collection went away. I collected coins for not really, no, dollar coins really. I
Yeah.
collected for a while, not like coins like whatever they call those people.
Right.
Do they have a name?
The coin
Hmm?
people.
The coin
Yes.
people have a name?
Yeah,
should
New
apologize
Mistake
to the
or
coin
something. I can't
people.
pronounce it.
Yeah.
We'll just apologize to the corn people. The coin people and the corn people clearly. Wow.
The people
Children
of the corn.
Yeah.
Right.
I
Nick?
actually also used to well, I still do as well. I collect old money.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
like
right, old
I have
coins and
a
things like that. Mhm.
well, I don't really do coins. I do just old paper money. So
Paper
like I have a I think it's 1948 $100 bill.
Mhm.
So I prefer the old stuff.
Mitch, what about you for collecting?
Nothing like avidly. I've got a few old. Actually, I have a few old Confederate money. I guess like actually like fractal dollars.
Yeah.
And then I've actually got a few silver note dollars as well.
Did you say fractal?
Yeah.
And what does fractal mean?
Like
Tell me more.
It's a dollar, but instead
The
of like
noise
the-
that a dinosaur makes. Ah!
Fractal. It sounds like rectal.
Only you.
Only you.
Just
Ring
saying.
the bell.
damn
Ring
it,
the
Debbie,
bell.
help me.
Ring
So-
the bell.
What is? I
Only
still
you.
don't know what fractal is.
So
all that
during the
fractal is.
Civil War, all right, it's more expensive to actually make like a silver dollar than it
Mhm.
is to make a paper dollar. Clearly,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
The metal.
Hello.
And so the same thing applies to like change. And so during the Civil War, they would actually print like dollar, like
We
sorry.
should apologize to Mitch, maybe.
Did you just play
Yes.
crickets when he's trying to explain something and we've heard your
Yeah.
backstory explanations?
yeah. I'm still like 5 minutes shorter than your Yuri catch up. All right.
Yeah, can we get a catch up on the Yuri and Margot?
All right,
We want the
Masterpiece.
background story.
Okay, Masterpiece, finish it up.
So during the Civil War, it was cheaper. Like instead of doing like a 25-cent quarter, they'd actually do a dollar bill that was 1/4 dollar. And that's a fractal note. So it's a fraction of a dollar.
Yeah. So
There's
it's
so much there.
yeah.
So if you need to make
basically-
change, you just get a pair of scissors.
I'm with you there. My brother used
Dennis has done that. I had a
Yeah.
friend
Yes.
who we were over at Dennis's house. My friend Tanya.
Scary
We were
story.
sitting down on the ground,
Yeah.
and she's super worried about money. And Dennis, she was looking for
I did
if
not know
anybody
that.
had.
I did not know that.
Right.
I did not know that.
She had a $20 bill and she wanted to contribute for dinner. Her portion was $10.
She was sensitive.
And she
I
had a
know.
20. She handed it to Dennis, and Dennis just ripped it in half and gave her half of the $20
I
bill
didn't
back.
have
It said,
change.
and
she aged
lost
10
it.
years. All right.
She started crying.
Isn't-
It's bad.
But wait, isn't that against the law to actually
Yes.
rip
Oh, who's gonna
Yes, it
tell me?
is.
tape it back together.
Ding dong! Here's the paper police, the money police.
It's
They don't
it's
care.
a federal note. So yes,
don't
I
care.
believe in it.
Oh, really? They're gonna come get me.
Oh, Dennis George. Dennis.
They don't care.
Ooh, Dennis.
You're in trouble.
Ooh, Debbie's gonna turn me in and get the reward.
It's out there.
Don't be a smart Alec.
Yeah, yeah. You're not supposed to deface.
Don't do that.
Wait,
That's
so
the best
Dennis.
part.
It's rude.
So
The
Dennis.
best part. Go ahead, Debbie.
No, go ahead, Mitch. Go ahead.
The best part is I got Dennis back. We were out for Sam's birthday
That's true.
at a steak dinner, and Dennis hands me not a 20, not a 50,
Yeah,
but a hundy.
and I asked
And
for
I
change. I
Rip
went,
that. No, you didn't even ask me for change. You're like, here's my portion of dinner. I just ripped it in half, handed it right back in front of my parents. All right. And
They about lost it.
yeah, everyone's like,
it's fine.
You're
So why
going to
did you bring
jail.
this up? Dennis, why'd you bring this up?
Well, I was. I'm not sure why,
We're
but I
talking
was.
about fractals. We're talking about fractals.
Oh, we're talking about fractals.
That's
But
how
about
it came up.
collecting things.
Is
My
that like
brother,
fracking?
My brother, yes, my brother. He collected comic books. Now I need to find out where his collection is. I think my dad's hiding his collection because a 1938 comic book featuring the first appearance of Superman just sold for record-breaking $3.25 million at auction.
What?
Yep,
For
it's-
paper.
For a comic.
Paper and ink.
Well, but
I
here's
don't-
my point.
Creativity.
Here's
I
my
don't know
point,
that
Sam.
Howard the Duck comics are worth a lot.
Yeah, I don't know. We need to check. But here's the thing. That's what my brother collected, I think. Here's the thing, though. We should counterfeit those comic books. Like,
That's
It's a
against
thing-
the law.
no. Oh, whose law is that against?
fraud.
Okay.
They have trademarks.
Fine. You got me on the fraud deal. But here's the thing. You can
Copyright.
make, okay, you can make one
Right.
or two. You can make one or two copies, and then
Mhm.
just shh.
Yeah. And
quietly
how are you going to
put them
distress
out
them?
there.
Are you going to sell them? as new?
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You're right. Okay, fine. You all are just buzzkill. Anyway,
Anybody, don't
Quick
you know
blankets.
that anybody that tries to make a quick buck quick
yeah, you're
and
right.
be successful always
you don't wanna-
fails,
and you don't want to.
or they're a bottom in jail.
You're right. So,
Or both.
oh my God. Okay, so we'll unpack that later. So the comic book. So
You'll have to.
ComicConnects.com. Remember it just sold this past week, $3.25 million at auction. The original price was 10 cents for the comic book. It was released in 1938. By the way, that is a new record for the highest price paid for any comic book. Get this. The purchaser of the comic book, the person who currently owned it just before the auction, had bought it 3 years earlier for $2 million. So they made $1 million sitting on the thing for 3 years.
They should just throw it in a bonfire and be done with it.
Sam. Speaking of auctions, Texas-based auction house announced also this week a sealed copy of Super Mario Brothers. This is a gaming console. The game for
Not a
Nintendo.
gaming.
Not
no,
a console,
no,
it's
no.
a game.
Right, it's a
not
game
console, it's a
for
game.
yeah, it's a game for the Nintendo console. Sold for $660,000.
Debbie, help us.
This is
Debbie, go
why
ahead.
No,
We
go
need
ahead.
to go.
Dennis, go ahead. Pause. Debbie, go ahead. Tell us what happened.
So yes, it's no, it's fine. He just totally just breezed right over that. It's a game for the Nintendo.
It's a game for the
Yeah.
game console. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
For the
not a
NES.
console
It's-
itself. Yes.
it's not the console. It's the game for a Nintendo console. It's the Super
said
Mario
that.
Brothers game. Yeah, I've been saying that.
Gotcha.
Anyway, so the original purchaser got it as a gift in 1986. but left it in a desk drawer. Didn't open it up. It was untouched for 35 years. Put it up for auction, $660,000. I'm saying we got to start going to garage sales because this stuff is out there. Like, I'm just saying.
I have been saying this for years, and none of you have wanted to go with me.
You were right, Sam. We were all wrong.
I'll go with you.
We're going to apologize to Sam for garage sales.
All right. And Denny G said he'd go with you, so there you go.
Thanks.
You bet.
And you know what?
I love
After
them.
you guys do the garage sales, you guys can go do a round of golf.
Yes.
Yes, we could do that.
Yeah. Because I know
And
Sam
get
likes-
trashed.
Sam.
Or go drinking. Yeah, one of the two.
Are just-
Hey,
Screw it.
hey, if
We're
you're
gonna-
going drinking, I want to go.
Yeah,
I want to go.
I'll drive
Debbie,
the car.
they're going to play
Sail
golf
too?
while they're drinking. All right.
That's fine. I can drive the cart. It's fine.
Should our rendezvous point be at a hotel?
Oh my
Sounds
God, you
dirty.
Sure.
Is Sam propositioning me on the show? I'm not sure what to do with this.
I think that got scary. Last Sunday was Easter. The North Carolina Education Lottery.
Did he come back?
The North Carolina
Okay.
The North Carolina Lottery said that there was 6,523 winners of their Carolina Pick 3 drawing. They all picked the numbers 111.
Has anybody ever seen Bruce Almighty?
Yeah,
All
the movie.
I gotta say.
Here's the funny thing. How lazy do you have to be to just pick 111? Like, you just don't even want to fill it out. Yeah, okay, Mitch. You don't
Oh,
want
I'm
to
not
fill it
lazy.
out. So now 6,523 winners all have the same number.
Yeah, but they're sharing a 2.4 million jackpot.
Yeah,
That's a nice chunk of change, even if you're sharing among 6,523 winners.
But don't
Yeah,
forget the taxes.
but they win either $250 or $500, depending on how much they paid for their ticket. The
Oh,
result,
they don't even have to worry about taxes.
right. I think they hit the threshold.
Is it 600?
Here's the funny thing. This is the third time in just 2 weeks that the Carolina Pick 3 has come up with 111.
So why
Does that
wouldn't
make
you
any
bet that?
sense?
So
Yeah.
I
maybe
think
we
they
should be
forgot to
doing
put
that.
the other balls in.
The other balls didn't drop.
Right.
It's not old enough yet.
Oh my God, you all are too much.
It's still a juvenile lottery. It's fine. It's fine.
You got to play. Pay to play?
To win.
Play to win.
Gotta
Pay to win.
You
Pay
got to play to win.
Got to pay to play. That's something different.
It's
Well,
fine.
you have to pay to play the lottery as well.
We'll be right back.
Find us online at DennisGeorgeShow.com.
Hey there, catch us 24/7 on social media. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and Good Pods. On Alexa and Google Assist, say, play Dennis George Show podcast.
If you have a question or comment, send us an email at podcast@DennisGeorgeShow.com. Or if you're just looking for a date. If we read your question or comment on the show, we'll send you a Dennis George Show t-shirt. That's podcast@DennisGeorgeShow.com. Now back to the show.
We're back. Yeah. Mitch, you changed your background. And I'm just going to say you can watch us on YouTube. During the last break, Debbie kissed a llama. And during this break, Mitch changed his background to Dawn of the Dead. So you can read that however you want. However,
that's a zombie
I
sound.
will point out to all of the people who watch us in other countries, we might offend people with some of these things, Mitch. So we apologize.
How are zombies offensive?
Well,
Everybody's got them.
World War Z was everywhere. They were everywhere in World War Z.
Yeah, they did not discriminate.
That's true. That's very true. Debbie, top 10 list for this week. What do you got for us, birthday lady?
So we're going to take a quiz. All of us are going to take a quiz today.
Ooh.
Hey.
42.
Cooked.
Ooh.
That's the answer to the universe and everything.
Do we need quiz music?
Sure. I might be a little scared for your quiz music. I won't lie to you.
20 bucks
Yeah.
from Jeopardy.
I don't know what I got. All right.
You were slow on the uptake there, buddy. You're going to ask me about it, but not have it ready. So.
I know. I'm bad.
Okay, so cooked or uncooked? We're going to start with number 10.
Okay.
10 is bread.
Uncooked.
Toasted or untoasted? Denny G, go.
Toasted unless it's on a sandwich.
So you prefer your sandwich is not toasted?
Depends what the sandwich is. You like grilled cheese, it's toasted, right? But anyway, yeah, mostly yes.
Okay. All right. Sam,
Untoasted.
untoasted.
I like
Mitch,
it raw.
That's what we hear. Mitchell,
I just like a nice buttered biscuit.
don't do that. We're talking about bread here, bunny, honey. Bread.
Bread, not biscuits.
Oh, my bad. Toast it. I like it hot.
Dennis,
Toasted, but could you cut the corners off, please?
Oh my God, he's picky.
high maintenance. It's so high maintenance.
He likes it cut.
It's interesting, Dennis, because when I have a grilled cheese sandwich, I always eat the crust off around the outside first, and then
For sure. Get the
Yes.
cheese melting everywhere.
It's kind of like
really
a pizza.
strange.
How do
Yeah,
you eat like
strange.
your pizza? Same thing, right? Do you eat the outsides first and then the insides? I like the crunch.
Not so much with pizza.
Sometimes
but
I
with
do
grilled
eat the
cheese.
crust first.
Yeah,
Depends on the pizza.
I need something to hold on to.
really.
What?
Yeah, really. We're in
The
a pizza.
crust.
We're talking pizza. Keep
Oh,
your mind on the
Oh.
pie.
oh, mine.
Have you seen? I was gonna say, have you met this group?
Oh, that went off the rails in such an odd manner. I didn't get
On
to the
bread
bottom.
or
I
toast?
apologize.
You didn't see
I-
that?
Can we
I-
raise
I-
a hand if you're actually seeing this as a challenge to take this off the rails with Debbie?
No, it just went in a very unexpected direction because I knew it was going off the rails. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, for
I knew
sure.
that was a given. But it went in such an unexpected manner that I was taken aback for a moment. I apologize. Reader, listeners, I apologize
All right.
profusely for not catching them earlier.
All right.
So-
We'll apologize to our listeners.
I think that's a weekly thing.
Number 9, cookies. The dough or the cookies? We're gonna start. Dennis, what's yours?
Well, here's the question I have for you first. So, if you eat raw
No,
dough,
there are no questions. There are no questions. Cookies. You're gonna eat raw dough or you're gonna eat cookies.
I can't just give you a regular answer.
What's your stinking question? What is your stinking question?
If you eat the raw dough in your stomach, doesn't it rise in your stomach? Isn't that not
Yes.
good?
No, it's not good. It can make you
Doesn't
sick.
it bakes in your stomach, and then you've got cookies down there?
Right. And if you got eggs in it, then the eggs can cause you sick.
And then guess what happens after
Oh,
it
yeah.
cooks? Then you poop it out and it's over.
Cookies.
And your stomach is not 200 degrees. All right.
Cookies, Debbie. Cookies.
Mitch.
The dough, duh. Screw the cookies.
Sam.
I want my cookie cooked, but not all the
I
way.
want your cookie
Cooked.
too.
You want
I
them
like
soft
it.
inside.
I like it a little doughy on the
A
inside.
little
Okay.
limp.
A little
All
gooey.
right. Yeah, Denny
A
G,
little what?
Cookies. A little limp.
Did you
Cookies.
little limp. We want our cookies a little limp, people. A little limp. They want their
Debbie, what about you? Debbie, what about you?
Is that my this week nickname? Little Limp instead of a.
No, don't take that nickname. Sam, don't take
No,
it. Don't take
no.
it. Don't offer
Debbie,
yourself
Debbie,
up
what
to
about you on the cookies?
Mine, well, because I bake a lot of cookies, I always taste the dough. It's not that I eat a massive amount of dough, but I will
Yeah.
always eat a little bit of the dough to taste it and make sure it's good. Basically, because sometimes I forget things and I have to make sure the dough tastes okay. I won't lie to you because I'm usually doing 12 things at once while I'm making cookies.
You tried Prevagen?
Well, a good baker should taste their food, anyways, right?
I agree 100%. But I will tell you there is nothing better than an absolutely just out of the oven, freshly baked cookie.
I agree.
Oh, for
Hey,
sure.
speaking
Yes.
of cookies, there's a Toll House cookie or a chocolate chip cookie recipe that after you bake them, you wrap them individually in like saran wrap or something and stick it in the freezer.
Yeah,
Freeze them and then you eat them after that, and they're really, really good. But anyway,
that's the way my
Really?
mom. That's the way my mom had me make cookies. Yep,
That
that's
sounds
when I made
good.
cookies at home. That's how I made them. Yep.
I like that. All right, number 8 is chocolate. Melted or solid? We're gonna go with Mitch first this time.
I like halfway in between.
So semi-solid is what
Yeah, like I mean, I don't like the hard
Semi-soft.
stuff, and I don't like it when it's like running between my fingers.
unless it's a fondue, Mitchell. I know you like a chocolate fondue.
Mm,
Chocolate fountain is a whole separate category. All right.
yeah, that's
With
true.
I
that,
mean,
the-
hello.
The question is marshmallow or
Oh.
fruit. All right.
right.
All right, Sam, what about you?
I prefer dark, and I would prefer it solid, so I like to bite off a little bit or tear off a little bit, and then I suck on my chocolate, and it slowly dissolves and melts.
Okay. All right. We could go many levels.
I know it's a lot.
It's a lot.
I really had to break that down though.
I like the breakdown. I'm not gonna lie. Denny G, what about you?
I'm with Sam, man. It's you gotta let that thing melt in your mouth. Yep.
All right. Okay. Again, we could go.
Bite it while it's hard and let it get soft.
Dennis, what about you?
One simple answer: hard all the way.
And
But do you chew it or do you suck on it?
Suck on it, man.
I suck on it. Debbie, do you like it hard?
if it's chocolate, the answer is yes. Period. Doesn't matter if it's hard. No, chocolate is a yes. Chocolate is a big old honk and yes.
All
and
right.
it does depend. I will tell you, there are certain chocolates that I like solid versus like Cadbury chocolate is one of my favorite chocolates, and I really like Cadbury chocolate solid. I'm not sure if I'd like it as much melted. But there are some very high quality chocolates that I've gotten for the fondues, because we've talked about my having fondue parties at the house. Some very high quality chocolates that I've gotten for those that I can't imagine eating them not melted.
So you like it? So you like it hard in your mouth, but then do you let it melt and then you swallow?
Dennis, we're not going down this path. We're not.
We'll apologize to Debbie again.
Let me just add one more thing about the chocolate.
Ring the bell.
No, this is actually really good about the chocolate. So there's a chocolate in Amsterdam. It's called Tony Chocolonely. All right.
Yeah,
if you have like a world market around you, or you're in Amsterdam and you see those bars, just grab every single one you can get.
You're gonna want everyone.
Right?
It's on Amazon too.
I mean, they are just.
Yep.
Oh,
expensive.
They're
not too bad.
Tony Chocolonely.
Yeah, I mean they're like probably $5, but they are big.
Yeah.
I mean they are huge.
And
don't think you're gonna get away with eating half of it either.
Yeah, no.
All different flavors. It's very, very good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good chocolate. Yep.
I mean, I'll hit somebody for that.
I'm not gonna lie. I come from a long line of sweet teeth in the family, so sweets are my kryptonite, and chocolate in particular is so good.
Good
So
to know. Everybody take a note. When Debbie gets really upset with us, we all have to go get her Tony Chocolonely.
Okay.
I remember there was one time we had some at our house. We had some dark chocolate in the fridge, and the person I live with, I was eating the baked chocolate, which was high dark chocolate, and I was eating it, and they were like, "You know that's baking chocolate," and I said, "Yes," and you know it's still chocolate,
Right?
Because I love bitter
I do
chocolate.
too. I'm with you. Yep.
All right, number 7 is pizza. Cold or fresh out of the oven, or just hot in particular. We're gonna go with Denny G. You're first.
I would say breakfast cold, dinner hot.
Okay. All right, Sam.
I would say fresh, hot, leftover, cold, no matter when it is.
Okay. All right, Mitchell.
I agree with Sam, except like right when it's delivered, just freaking piping hot, burn the roof of your mouth, you know.
You want it obscenely hot.
I really like the basically Chewbacca noise you just made.
I prefer a Tigger. All right.
Dennis, what about you?
Okay, so here's the interesting thing. So when I order,
Why? Every single one of your answers.
We all had simple responses to this. All right. This is not rocket science. This is not the movement of the heavenly bodies.
So
all right, it's pizza.
I like pizza when it's hot, fresh, when I'm gonna have it. But the next day, when I have it, I want it cold. But here's the weird thing: I have to add salt to it, and I'm not sure why. Like I don't like it when it's cold. I have to add salt. It's very strange. I don't know.
Draws the
That's gonna
flavors
cause.
out.
I think it
Yeah,
draws
and
the
that's
flavors
also
back.
gonna cause high blood pressure.
Well, whatever. I like it that way.
I like it like that.
All right.
You're so weird. All right. Number 6, corn. Sweet corn or pop? No, you don't get to go first. You just wait. You just wait your turn. Sweet corn or popcorn? Sam, you're first.
Pop.
Mitchell.
Pop.
I already know Dennis's answer. Dennis.
Popcorn. Oh my God. Popcorn. All the day, all the way, every time. I'm addicted to popcorn. I think my dad got me hooked on popcorn because they would cook it on the stove in a pan. See, your parents don't really remember the little influences on you. But
I had no idea this was going to get into a soliloquy of Dennis.
I'm next.
The deal. This was a deal. Like, it was all about how it was made, and it's like my dad's Caesar salad. I'm just saying, there's just a certain way that stuff's done that's the right way, and it's
Next
popcorn.
time on Masterpiece.
Sorry. Okay, fine. Popcorn.
Denny G.
Popcorn with a Hershey bar.
Ooh.
Reminds
Do you
me
melt
of
it?
going to the theater when I was a kid. No, you eat it cold. You just break
Eat
it
it
off
separate.
and throw a
Oh.
handful of
Interesting.
popcorn in there. And
Yeah.
So I didn't say this earlier because I didn't know that we were going to elaborate more. My dad on Sundays, he would always make popcorn for dinner. We would watch America's Funniest Home Videos, have popcorn fresh on the stove, like Dennis was saying. But his thing was, instead of everybody getting like a soda or water and all that, we would cut up a ton of apples because
That's
whenever you're
interesting.
eating popcorn, it would get, salty and you're looking for thirst. And an apple is a great way to quench your thirst because it's very juicy. So anytime I have popcorn, the first thing I think of is, dang, I should have got apples.
So I
We
want to
have a
try
caramel
something.
apple.
We need to get popcorn. Sammy, you make the best popcorn. We need to get a whole bunch of Tony
true.
Chocolonely bars, melt them, and pour it over the popcorn.
Yeah.
Who's sold on that? The eyes have it.
Do
Pop
it.
that fondue with
Voice is
popcorn.
cracked.
Give them a
Right.
skewer and
Hey.
put corn on it.
That's a good idea.
That is.
Your next fondue party, there should be popcorn there.
We should do a fondue Dennis George show.
I agree. Yeah.
I
be
have
fun.
3 pots, so we can fill
Debbie's got the equipment.
3 locations. Would
Yep.
you stop saying it like that?
I know. I'm saying it in a good
We're
way.
gonna apologize to Debbie's equipment.
No, I'm saying she's
No,
got the
yeah.
fondue pods.
Some people's mind just goes the wrong way.
I'm so happy that I'm the one that drawn that out.
That's my new one, guys. I've moved on from just
Is that where
now.
we just ignore the bell that you hit the?
I now have a horn. I have a horn. All right. So number 5, pasta, cooked or raw. We're gonna go with Dennis first.
Well, this is an interesting. Okay, fine. Cooked.
Every time.
Cooked. But if you want more, let me know.
No, please. Expound.
Tell us
upon this.
more.
Now I gotta know.
Who would eat it raw? That makes no sense to me.
You've never eaten raw pasta?
Hard as a
No.
rock.
Yeah,
I-
you would crunch on it?
I'm not saying it's
Yeah.
not hard as a rock. I'm just saying you've never actually tried. Okay.
No.
Right, it's not like you're gonna eat a whole box of it, but like you have one.
No, cooked.
All right, Denny G, what about you?
Cooked.
Sam?
I like mine cooked.
Mitch?
Overcooked.
You like yours more than
You like it mush.
Not el dente.
Debbie, what about you?
I've always cooked. Yes, I have eaten raw pasta just because,
too.
as a cook, I tend to try everything. And so I was like, I don't know what this tastes like without cooking it.
Right.
So I will eat especially if I drop a spaghetti, when I'm making spaghetti, if I drop one off to the side, instead of putting it in the pot, I'll just pick it up and eat it.
Break a
It's-
tooth.
Right.
I'm not saying it's super tasty. I'm not
It's not
saying-
that hard,
but it's
Denny G.
just- it's
That's
fine.
some really old stale pasta.
When my
Well,
dog got a hold of the raw pasta, ate it, and then spit it out, that's when I was like, no. Mm-mm. I was like,
Debbie,
you
we-
eat poo, all right?
Debbie,
You won't
we-
eat that.
Debbie, we didn't ask you sweet corn or popcorn.
Yes. My answer is yes. 'Cause
Yes,
I-
okay.
I-
Either.
hard to eat. If it's good, fresh sweet corn, I will take sweet corn all
Oh,
day long.
on the cob.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I
And
agree
then the
with that.
pasta, and then the pasta one.
The pasta always I cooked.
Cooked,
I have
okay.
eaten raw, but I would, if I'm going to have it
Oh,
as a meal, I prefer.
Yeah.
No, I'm going back then. Sweet corn. I thought that was sweet popcorn or popcorn. like
No.
sugared popcorn.
No, it's just sweet.
Like kennel
Oh,
corn.
I'll go
yeah.
sweet corn. I
Yeah.
changed my answer. Good.
Yes, you.
You like sweet corn?
You don't spend 12 hours on each of your answers, so yes, you can change your answer.
Okay. Just
You know
saying.
who you are.
Yes.
All right.
It's so
Sorry.
much fun to give him trouble. Sorry. Number 4 is Dennis. Sometimes I get set up for these things and it's pathetic. So number 4.
Hey, Dennis,
is,
hold on 1 second.
what?
Dennis,
Yeah.
did you know that there's a difference between popcorn and sweet corn? Like how it
Crickets.
comes?
Crickets.
Yeah, where's the cricket noise? Some of
Yeah.
the rest of us
Did you know
need
that?
cricket.
Next.
That'd be a no, Sam.
Right.
All right. So number 4, nuts, salted or roasted. We're gonna go with Mitch first.
I love a good salted nut.
Good times, sweaty balls, good times.
Sweaty balls.
Sweaty balls.
Dennis, what about you?
Salted and roasted.
Sam.
Dipped in
I
honey.
agree. Salted and nusted. Nusted?
Nutted?
Salted and nusted.
Roasted and salted, please.
Salted and nusted. That's going to be our new.
Okay.
That's going to be the Dennis George line. Of
Nutted.
Yeah,
salted
nutted.
and nusted.
Nutted.
Nutted.
Little musted.
Little nutter.
Denny G. Denny G. What about you?
I would go with roasted and salted.
Okay, so
I
that's
didn't
it.
know it was an or scenario.
I
Debbie,
like
what
them
about you?
roasted.
It's you know, the questions are or, but I have to tell you, I come from a family, like I said, huge sweet teeth in my family, and there's an uncle that I have who is my mother's older brother, and every time we would ask him, we would come to him and we would say, all right, what do you want for dessert? We have this or this or this or this, and his answer would always be yes. Because he wanted everything.
All of it.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes,
or any of it,
so-
right?
Yeah,
Good
so
answer.
my answer is yes.
Okay.
Perfect.
Salted and or roasted. Yes.
Okay.
What
All
about
right,
musted?
number 3, fish, sushi or cooked. Sam, you first.
I would prefer the sushi.
All right, Dennis.
Sushi with one caveat has to be excellent. No, I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
let's have spoiled fish.
So don't order it from a bad place.
So
No!
gas station sushi is not on your menu.
Right.
What?
Sushi.
Man, bitch catches me before I get it out of my mouth. He said gas stations. I'm like, dang it, that's where I was gonna go with that one. All right, Mitch, what about you? Sushi or cooked?
All the way sushi.
All right, Denny G.
Sushi.
Cooked. Always cooked. Not a
Okay.
big sushi fan.
All right.
You got to try tuna sometime.
That, you know, the thing is, people tell me I need to go to a really good place, and I've only had sushi once in my life, and I was not a big fan when I had it the one time I've had it. So
We won't ask on air where it was.
I don't. It's been so long ago, Sam. I won't lie. I don't remember.
Drag
where
you
it was.
out.
Would
We
you be
need to have a
willing to go?
conversation about what you didn't like about it, because there are different types of sushi. Like there actually is cooked sushi. All right,
Yeah.
there's some people who don't like the
True.
rolls, like the texture of the rolls, and so you get the nigiri. All right, we need to try this again with you.
This is something we can, as a crew, we can explore. But I honestly, it's been so long at this point, I can't tell you any of the particulars.
We'll help you.
Actually,
Open-
skip the rice and the seaweed. I'll just take the fish by itself.
The
Just
Yeah,
sashimi.
the sashimi.
A little bit
Yeah.
of
So you're
bit
Debbie,
of
you're-
ginger and
you're-
some, horseradish.
So
Okay.
Debbie, you're open to going and trying something.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I know enough people that love it and think it's
Yeah.
fantastic.
I want to go. I want to go.
Okay,
Okay.
let's go.
All right.
We'll get a deal. Yep.
We'll
We should
set
do
up.
it.
Me,
Go
me,
there.
me, me.
We'll set up.
Pick me. Pick
Well,
me.
the 5 of us
What-
can go, and then we can talk about it on the show.
Exactly.
What did sushi A say to sushi B?
The shimmy later.
Wasabi.
Daddy.
Wasabi. Get it? Wasabi.
Yeah.
Wasabi.
I got that. I got it.
I got it.
We all got it.
Yeah.
You're just leaving it.
Hey, we're gonna apologize to Sam for sushi joke.
I'm
That wasn't your That was a dad joke. All right, that was
Yeah,
not
that
a
was a
sushi
dad
joke.
joke.
That was a dad joke. That's why
Yeah.
you don't get to apologize to.
It was a safe anywhere joke, you mean?
It was not a safe space joke.
All right, number 2 is beef, steak tartare or cooked, and we're gonna go with Denny G first.
Longer answer than you'd want. Steak tartare. There was a place in St. Louis, Bush's Grove. It's now closed. They used to put a little volcano of steak tartare, and they would float an egg yolk inside of it, and then they'd have capers and onions cut up around the outside of it. Just awesome.
Yeah.
Really, it's got to be not hamburger. We're not talking about. We're talking about good,
Right.
good steak.
Yeah, let's make the
Prime.
assumption that we're talking
Kobe,
about
yeah.
honest to goodness good steak here.
Right.
Yes.
So
No
much cut
fat.
of beef that you could have as
Yeah, you don't just buy this at Walmart and chop it up.
All right. So Mitchell, what about you?
As far as how I like my meat, I like it to be offended when I hit it with the fork.
You still like it to say moo, is what I'm hearing.
Yes. Wipe its butt, slit its throat, put it on a plate.
All righty then.
Apologize to the vegetarians.
Apologize to the cows.
Never.
Dennis?
Steak tartare for super special occasion. I did have a steak tartare after an event. We went to a really nice restaurant that was all farm to table, and the tartare was amazing, and they floated a quail egg on the top, and it was probably the
Ooh.
best. My dad used to make steak tartare at home, and it was really good, but it was the best steak tartare I've ever had in my life. If I could have that with regularity, I would say raw steak, raw beef all the time. But in day-to-day life, I want it cooked. Yeah.
Okay.
You know, they also make a tuna tartare.
Oh,
Mhm.
Yes.
That's really good.
All right, Sam, what about you?
I would prefer the steak tartare as my appetizer with a medium rare filet mignon as my dinner, please.
Nice.
I'm an and/or girl.
Okay. We've heard that about you.
She's versatile. So, but no, Denny, you're right. Bush's Grove was amazing. The way they did their martinis, the food there. Oh my gosh.
Eating outside in the cabana. Anyway.
Yes.
And Debbie, you?
Copacabana.
Her name was Lola. She
was a showgirl with yellow ribbons in her hair, and her went down to there.
You're welcome.
I prefer my steak cooked. But I have not. I will be the first to tell you, I've never had steak tartare, like good steak tartare. I think I've tried
Oh.
it once.
We'll take you to the right
place
place.
in
Yeah.
Florida. It was Salt Rock Grill, I think it was. Tuna tartare for appetizer and steak tartare for dinner.
Ooh.
Oh, it was quite a combo.
A good cut of I'm very much an omnivore, so I eat pretty much everything. But a good cut of steak. We grew up when I was young, and still living with mom, dad, and my brother. We would get a half a cow, so we had beef every Sunday night. That was just standard. Mom would make sure she pulled something out of the freezer, and we would have beef. And my dad, huge. I mean, he's an amazing griller. And so when he would cook our steaks on the grill, there's literally nothing better than that. When it's a really good cut of meat and it's a well cooked cut of meat in the proper manner. So
exactly.
Yeah.
Cowboy ribeye.
No, Del Monte
Cowboy
is
ribeye?
my favorite.
Cowboy ribeye at where was that? I can't remember. Or tomahawk.
I want a tomahawk.
At Annie Gunn's.
Delmonico
Tomahawk.
is my favorite cut of meat.
I'll have to
It's
try
a
that.
good one too.
My favorite. Oh my gosh,
It's
so
good. Very good.
Very rippled with fat, but oh my gosh, it's such a good cut of beef. Anyways, all right, number
Apologize
one.
for rubbing my eyeball out.
We're at the end of the list, people. I'm so impressed that we didn't get so off the rails. I only had to use the bell once, and
But wait a minute, before you get there, I just got to ask one question, completely separate. I'm kidding. I just want to.
We're so close. Number one, Debbie. Yeah.
That's just for Mitch in general. All right. So number one is mushrooms, cooked or raw. And we're going to go with Dennis first.
I'm going to say 50-50. I mean, I like raw mushrooms, and I will throw them in a salad and eat them all the time. And I love cooking them and putting them in my eggs, like omelets, and I put them in pasta. But I would say 50-50. Like I have raw mushrooms in there cut up right now, and I will go in the morning and I'll get a yogurt and I'll eat a couple mushrooms in the morning. And
Dennis is partly fungus.
It's true. I'm a fungi.
There's fungus among us.
It's true.
So, Sam, what about you?
I would prefer my truffles in a cooked pasta.
It's fancy with its truffles. All right, Denny G, what about you?
50-50 unless they're hallucinogenic.
And then how do you prefer them, cooked
Yeah.
or raw?
Then raw.
Okay.
Do you want it on a pizza?
Could,
You like it on a
but no.
pizza?
You're raw.
I love mushrooms on pizza.
Yeah,
So I
pizza.
have a
I'll have it on
question.
pizza.
So I have a question about the hallucinogenic mushrooms because I know nothing
Yeah.
about this. So my question is, if you cook a hallucinogenic mushroom, does it lose those properties when you?
No, never did.
Okay. All
Sounds
right.
like another
I'm
thing
not
we need to do
sure.
for the show. Let's do that for
Let's
the
try
show.
it.
Yeah.
Well, let's do it someplace where it's legal.
What could go
It's-
wrong?
It's
Wait a
fine,
minute.
Debbie.
We're going to Amsterdam.
It's only illegal if you get caught, Denny G.
Wait,
Like the ripping of money.
are hallucinogenic mushrooms illegal?
I
If
believe
you get
might
caught,
be. Mhm.
No, but are they
If you
by
get
law?
caught.
By law are they illegal?
if you get caught,
Oh,
yes.
so there is a law against them. I didn't know that. Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah, if you get caught though.
I
Debbie, this
understand the
is
get
all
caught
you.
part, but I
I
didn't
think
know
if
there
you
was a law.
if you were to find them in the wild and ate them, I don't think so. But if you're
Yeah.
buying them from somebody who sells
buying
them,
and selling, but I was just
so-
saying in general, are they?
Do you know how to find the real ones in
No.
the real world, Denny
No.
G and Dennis?
No, I don't.
No clue.
Under a cow pie.
Good to know.
Mitch, mushrooms. Move on. Move on.
How I feel about mushrooms, there's a time and a place for them, never in the trash.
And I'm with Mitch. Malone.
Even the hallucinogens?
Yeah, all
You
of
don't
them.
you don't like mushrooms, Mitch, at all?
Nope, never in the trash.
Have you? I'm not being insensitive, but have you tried them?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't like 'em either?
portobellos- Good portobello sandwiches, grilled.
Yes.
Fried,
Oh.
Can I-
sauteed on a baked potato with onions,
Oh, stuffed portobello mushroom.
right?
Just hit the bell. Hit the bell now. Hit the horn.
Stand him. Can't stand him.
I think we need to buy Debbie a good bell.
No, I have a good bell, but it's brand. That the buzzer's brand new, so I felt like I needed to use it a lot today.
Just two
so-
I
noisemakers
didn't
now,
hear
a
the
bell
buzzer.
and a buzzer.
You've been using the buzzer? I haven't heard it.
Give him the buzzer.
Oh, now I heard it. Yeah, okay.
Debbie, thank you for the list for this week. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Hit it.
You're welcome.
That was fun.
After the break, with one little tidbit, and then we'll wrap it up. Stick around.
The Dennis George Show continues after this.
Check out our YouTube channel. It's a whole new way to watch radio, where you can find each episode of our show. Just search Dennis George Show. Like us and subscribe. See you there.
Hey, this is Mitch from the Dennis George Show. If you have a question, comment, new sexual position, things I should do with Dennis's mom, or looking for a date, or even looking for a date with Dennis's mom, send us an email at podcast@dennisgeorgeshow.com. If we read your question or comment on the air, we'll send you a t-shirt. That's podcast@dennisgeorgeshow.com. And now, back to the show.
Let's have a little chat about escalators. Why don't we? So,
Escalator?
escalators. Yeah.
Okay.
Are they scary?
This is very random and weird, but okay.
So escalators move you from floor, up a floor, down a floor, or in airports you can actually use. They call them moving sidewalks, but it's the same kind of mechanism. Are you a walker or are you a stander on escalators? In other words, do you pass people on the escalator because you're impatient, or do you stand in place and let
It's
the
not about
escalator do the work?
patience. It's
Okay.
not about patience.
Okay. So Sam, are you a standard or are you a walker?
It depends. If I'm going up a level or down a level, then I'm going to ride. If I am going to be on a moving side walk, I'm going to walk.
Okay. Debbie, what about you? You a
It,
walker or a
it,
standard?
It depends on how quickly I need to get to my destination.
So-
I will say in the airport, I tend to walk on those. I don't tend to stand on those escalators. If I'm just going up a floor or down a floor, sometimes I'll just stand.
Yeah, Denny G, what about you? Are you a walker or a stander?
I walk all the time.
Okay, Mitch, what about
I
you?
try not to hurt people though.
Yeah,
On the escalator, I'm with Sam. I like to enjoy the ride. Otherwise, on the walk-a-lator, I do walk.
yeah. So apparently, in one Japanese province, it got so bad that people who were walking were passing people and literally knocking them over. The culture has gotten so extreme that people got into fights. People who wanted to walk up the escalator or down the escalator would literally push people down and out of the way who were just standing. It's gotten to such a point that this Japanese city located just north of Tokyo announced this week a new ordinance that's going to take effect October 1st. It's going to require that escalator passengers stand in place while being transported up or down because so many people have been injured. In 1 year's time, 805 reported. Now they say that there's a lot of people who didn't report, but of the ones that were reported that turned into something more serious, 805 people. Apparently it became so culturally a cultural war, if you will, between the people who are standing and the people who are walking that they've had to pass a law.
Why can't you do stand on the right, pass on the left?
Well,
I'm
think
with
about
you.
if it's a small town north of Tokyo, it's probably really populated. Japanese people tend to be a little bit smaller in frame size.
Careful.
If you got crowded elevators, I'm careful. If you got crowded elevators, I could see people getting knocked down.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
This is an interesting email question that I'd like to ask people to write in about. What do you think? Podcast at DennisGeorgeShow.com. Yeah, Sam.
I would also like to put in the comment that if you have the option of standing or walking, then why don't they have an escalator next to steps?
Yeah. Yeah, if
Then
you
you
wanna
can
walk-
have
some
both.
places. Yeah, when they
Yeah,
have
a lot of places-
those,
yeah.
when they have those, I take the stairs.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
they do have them.
It's interesting though. I will see people on the escalator next to a set of stairs walking up the escalator and not taking the stairs. And I think to myself, okay, you want to get there twice as fast. I get it. Take the stairs.
Now, if there's a vermiport involved, which is a escalator for shopping carts, then you just stand there because you're going up with your cart.
Those
or
are
down
so
with your-
fun.
Down with your cart.
Those
What
are so
happened-
fun.
What?
What happens whenever? Okay, think we're all in Japan right now. The ordinance is passed, and an escalator breaks. So do you just stand at the top, and you have to now have 6 feet of distance, right? And we have to wait until somebody fixes it. Like, what do you do then?
Sometimes when an escalator breaks, all the stairs collect at the bottom, and everybody gets hurt.
Oh,
really?
Oh yeah.
Can we imagine if it breaks with like a lot of people on it? Do they
Yeah,
just
it's
stand
happened
there?
before.
happened
It's
there.
happened before.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not a good thing.
No, not a good thing.
You got to move fast.
Yeah.
I will tell you
I
my-
don't want to break the law.
I will tell you my one quick story. When I used to take the public transit downtown in, our little, it's called the Metro here in St. Louis. I used to take that downtown, and I got off at the station that I needed to exit on to go to work, and I was trucking up the stairs because 80 bazillion people were behind me, and I was on the escalator going, walking up the stairs. I fell, slammed my knee into the escalator, and the escalator steps are not even, they are uneven. So I poked a hole in my knee and I was bleeding, and nobody asked me if I was okay. Not one person in the 80 bazillion people that were on that escalator with me. Not one of them. Limped all the way to work, got to the front desk. I was like, do you have a Band-Aid? And I was dripping down my leg. It was awful. I was like,
Those escalators can be very scary. In high school, we were visiting in Chicago at Water Tower Place, and one of my high school kids with us, his laces were undone on his tennis shoes, and we were going down, and it grabbed a hold of his tennis shoe and pulled half of his foot down underneath where the stairs goes under, and tore his foot off. 'Cause it's mechanical. I mean, it's huge. It was obviously a very terrible scene.
I bet he checks his shoelaces every time he gets on an escalator now.
His mother said, "I told you so."
Yeah.
It's true.
Now you
I
don't have to
wouldn't
worry
say
about
that he
tying
has
your
to-
shoes anymore.
I must say,
I told you to tie your shoes.
I don't think he
did
has to
hear-
check his shoelaces plural, just the one now.
I did hear that he named.
Stop it, Mitchell.
I did hear.
I'm
I did
sorry.
hear. I did hear that his first kid was a daughter, and he named her Peg.
Dennis.
Let's do it,
Debbie, your turn.
Thank you.
All right, we've all had one. Your turn, Debbie.
Thank you, list. Sam, who are we apologizing to?
We're gonna apologize to Debbie. I can't even remember what for from the very beginning of the list. We're gonna apologize to baby boomers because I think I said that they should be gone. I apologize.
Yeah.
Nimrods. We're gonna apologize to Nimrods. These people at brunch. We're gonna apologize to these people. Dennis. The
fine.
patrons at Barfish Grill.
Bonefish, yeah.
Strawberry shortcake.
That's good. I like strawberry shortcake.
The coin people, Denny G. We're also going to apologize to the corn people. That would be me.
Children of the
we're
corn.
gonna. What's that?
Children of
Children of the corn. Right. We're gonna apologize to Mitch. I can't even remember what that was for.
Doesn't deserve it.
Sam for the garage sales. To our listeners, we're gonna apologize for everything that we put you through. It was too much.
so sorry.
It was so far. We're apologizing. We're gonna apologize to Debbie's equipment, and we're gonna go back and
I was just
apologize to our
saying.
listeners again.
It was just the fine new pots.
We're gonna apologize to sushi, and we're also gonna apologize to the vegetarians.
Yeah.
No, we're
Because-
not.
Well, I'm trying to be PC, Mitch. That's it.
All right.
It was a short list.
Might have
We
to-
should we apologize to Japan?
Yes.
Sure.
We should apologize to
Because
Japan.
they're
I'm
short.
sorry they have to enact such laws that people are getting hurt. I mean, that's terrible. So, I mean, get it together, Japan. Quit pushing people down.
Tokyo Olympics.
Pushing grandma down.
I can't wait to go to Japan.
Oh,
Maybe we can do a show there.
I like it. Japan Tourism Bureau. If you're listening,
Yes. Talk
send
to
us-
us.
Send us an
We will
offer.
come.
We'll
And
bring the
send
show.
pics.
You've built it, so we will come.
Do not send pictures.
Send pictures.
Send
Send
pics.
Dennis pictures.
My personal email is.
Oh my goodness. Next week, listener email will be back. So send us your questions, comments, suggestions,
And pics.
podcast at DennisGeorgeShow.com.
Send
We
pics.
Or videos.
We will, Lord no.
Or
We will
OnlyFans site.
see you.
He'll forward the videos to me.
We will see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Bye bye. Love you all.
Join us again next time for another edition of The Dennis George Show. Thanks for watching.
Happy birthday, Debbie.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday.